Welcome, welcome, welcome to the last mastermind session for the month of February 2023. And we have a special guest today, Preetham, Captain Preetham. Hi, hello.
Hey, hi everyone, those watching here and in the recorded space as well.
Yes, thank you. Nimi, I know that this is your very first live call with the Heart Leaders Club, so welcome. And Manohar has been here for long enough. Sudha is going to be joining us live, and there would be probably others who may drop in as well. Now, those of you who have come in here live, thank you very much for joining us. And those of you who are watching this as a recording from our current members or sometime in the future, welcome. A very heart-centered welcome to all of you. Let me quickly get this started. Okay, so please give me a thumbs up if you all can see the slides perfectly. Fantastic. All right, so once again, welcome to the Business Leaders Mastermind. This is an exclusive session for the VIP members of our Heart Leaders Club. And once again, thank you very much for being here. 3 things that you will get out of this mastermind. 1, as you already know, the unconditional support that you get from the like-minded business leaders. And this is where you get 100% personalized attention towards the second half of this call, and you will get there. Of course, once you share your biggest challenge, be it a personal or professional challenge, you are bound to get multiple solutions, perspectives, directions to help you grow in less than 10 minutes. And of course, you will get an opportunity to help others with your current expertise and experience to create your own heart-centered network because, hey, believe it or not, you are far ahead, way ahead of so many people around you. And of course, because this is a very special edition mastermind, and this is the second such special edition mastermind for this year, and this on the special edition, you will also get a special training by our guest expert. And those of you watching this as a recording, just a quick introduction. My name is Rupa Patil. I'm a certified mastermind professional, an international trainer, mentor, author, and speaker. And I absolutely believe in masterminds, the power of masterminds. But let us move ahead and let me tell you something about our special guest today, Captain Preetham Madhukar. And I know some of you have already read his introduction and you were very curious to meet him. A quick introduction. He has served as a captain at Indian Merchant Navy for 21 years, and I was mesmerized just talking to him. And he's, of course, a founder and CEO of Skills Beyond Education. He's a business mentor, author, keynote speaker. He is an author multiple times, by the way, and of course, a parenting coach. And when he's not working, he's stargazing. And needless to say, he is here because he is a heart-centered leader. And today he is here to train us on his signature program, which is Elite Performance. And today he's going to share some hacks for leaders. So please unmute yourself and put your hands together for our amazing guest expert for the special edition mastermind, Captain Preetham Madhukar. Welcome, Captain, over to you.
Thank you, Rupa, for this wonderful and amazing introduction. And thank you for having me here. And thank you for the guests, Manohar, Nimi, and Sudha, for taking time out to be here. And I'm really honored. And to start off, Rupa's already introduced, but my sailing career was something that I had looked up to join as a young kid. But I did not know much about it. So I had a lot of struggles in finding out how to get there. And elite performance is about how we can maximize our potential, how we can reach whatever goals and destination we want to seek. It does not matter. Business is one arena, but you can use this in your health. You can use this to really elevate your day, your life, and you can make this an amazing hack for yourself. Okay. So I will share a story, and then I will probably invite you all to also share some thoughts. Then we'll take it forward from there before I share the concept itself. And long way back when I was probably in my eighth, I think, or ninth grade, and there was this history test. We used to have this test in the class, and just before the final exams. Sorry, this was the 10th exam, not the eighth. And we had this preparatory exams and all that back then. And I was fairly okay in one history. And for that particular exam, just this about 3-4 months to go before our final exams, 10th exams. And the teacher was calling out all our names, and she was telling I think 2-3 people have got terrible marks this time. And no, it's like I'm wondering if these guys are going to pass. And she kept calling out, and she said, okay, there's one thing. She said one person has scored three marks. And I was bursting out laughing. My God, who's this fellow who has got three? And she called out my name. She said, oh my God, it's totally embarrassing to go in front of the class to collect the paper. And I decided, this can't be it. I'm pretty good in this math science, but somehow this history is not something that I'm able to do well. And I decided that whatever it is, I'm definitely not going to stay back in 10th because of history. And I want to do something. And I have these dreams of joining the Navy, the Indian Navy, Merchant Navy. It didn't matter. I just wanted to sail on a ship. And that hunger of wanting to also was a driver. And every day I would go back and I would study history for like 15 minutes. It didn't matter, 15 minutes I would do. And my friends would tease me, and they would ask me, why are you studying this history? You can just pass just like that. I said, no. I'm not taking any chance at all. And I want to pass this. And every day, 15 minutes, come what may, I would do that 15 minutes. Yeah. And at the end, when we all passed, we had the results. I had the highest history marks for the school. I couldn't believe it. Was like, is it some error or what? And that gave me that confidence. My God, this is something that you can achieve if you want to, and there is a method to this madness, right? Same thing happened in my 12th for my Hindi, lowest to the highest, inverted it. And this time I was not even scared. I knew that I had cracked the system, right? And I used the same technique when I was at ship. When we would have difficult times, we would do the same thing. Go, get on, build that grit. So my whole mission is to help people build their will strength. Because today, if you observe, whether it is our health, we all today, most of us know what to do. We all know it. We have attended courses, we have read books, but still we are not where we are supposed to be. We are not living our day how we are supposed to be. Yeah. Do you think that this could be one of the things? Are you feeling that you could be one of them, that you already know what to do in life, in your business, in your health, but still you're not doing? So type yes or type me in the chat box, so I know that you are facing that. Yeah. So I can see that. Yeah. Superb. And what is it about you? What area of your life is it that you think that, I already know what to do. I need to do this yoga. I need to, or in business, I need to do A, B, C, D, or in finances, I need to do. What area of your life do you think that you're not able to be consistent or not have that will strength to follow through? Can you also type that out for me, please? Rupa says yes. Nimi says bravery to start out in business, confidence to do something different. Okay. And Rupa, sleep consistency. Okay, that's the one of the top, I think, in the society. Manohar is into marketing. Okay, what about marketing, Manohar, if I could ask?
Manohar, you can unmute yourself and speak, not a problem.
Okay. Yeah, specific to marketing, I feel, so I feel I don't have a very, though I write content which is good, but somehow I feel the thing is like everyone judges a book by its cover. So
Absolutely.
I don't have that thing, is what I feel. I mean, to get that grabbing thing,
Okay.
because yeah, that is the thing which I feel.
Copywriting in some ways, the
Uh,
copywriting or
yeah,
the
the hook. I'm not getting the
okay.
perfect hook to. Uh, yeah, I would say more of a hook, Preetham,
Okay.
rather than
Yeah.
copywriting.
One of the things that somebody also I was talking to in copywriting, being a mentor myself, is the more you can just start writing and practicing. See, same thing goes for book writing, right? There are days when you feel totally like, you know what, there's nothing coming out of this head. Like, what will I write? But you're writing total crap also, but you're writing it there. So even if your copywriting is bad on particular day, you're still doing copywriting. You're doing every day one copywriting. Okay. And then you'll start seeing, it's like as if you have to purge yourself out of all those ones. And then you will come across those golds. When you're mining for gold, gold is not sitting there all the time. You're going, all those rocks are coming out, and suddenly one gold will come. Same for the best copywriters. They will keep writing, 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 writing. Suddenly one is a gold. My God, how did this even come into my head? And you take that out, right? So if we wait that I'm going to only dig if the gold, if you can guarantee me I will get the gold when I dig here, then that will not happen. Yeah. So that is the will strength. Yeah. So keep doing it, that then build that will strength. And so what else is there? Is there anything else? That is sleep. Sleep consistency is, can I build the will strength so I can become more consistent in sleep? No? Can I, then you'll have to start observing how your day is going. Where are those pockets that is spilling over and breaking your patterns? Is it digital media that is carrying over? Is it maybe a time mismanagement which is taking your work right till the end, and because of which your sleep routines are getting disrupted? Or maybe you enrolled, a work routine is like that. So you'll have to go through and do some analysis before coming. But the main thing is to see uh, what I say, to start becoming a little bit consistent, even if it is, suppose I say your sleep is midnight. Okay, at least are you consistent midnight, or is it becoming 1 a.m.? Or if you say 1 a.m. is what I sleep, super 1 a.m., but is it 1 a.m. or is it becoming 2 a.m. now? So whatever it is, are you at least consistent with that before you start reducing it? Before you make 1 a.m. to 12, 12 to 11, are you even consistent in that, at least in the whatever odd time you're sleeping? So that is how you slowly get your will strength, because it's like a muscle. Once you build your will strength, you can then start to play around with it. Yeah. So uh, I think Sudha, I think, says too much of a perfectionist. Yeah. So perfectionist is also some form of becoming lazy ourselves, some form of um, fear coming in our way. Okay. It's like telling, like I was telling about the gold example. It is also about if you're on a voyage on the ship and I can see the horizon for some 20 odd miles, but I can't see beyond that, right? And if I say, but I need to be sure, absolutely sure that beyond that also is safe, I don't know. If you can go a mile ahead, you will be able to see a mile more. You go another mile ahead, you'll be able to see another mile more. So the only way is to dive in imperfection, start taking those little habits. See, I gave that story about me flunking the history and very close to the final exam, and I had no interest in repeating the 10 because I had this dream of doing something. So identify what is the dream that is there, what is it that you would like to achieve, and if that is stirring you towards action, or amplified. If it is not hungry enough, then amplify that dream. So you say, no, I can't waste this time anymore. I want to dive in now. I want to start off. What small thing can I do? And everything which looks perfect at some point would have had its bad kind of modules. It would have had its bad routines. Like you have to iterate. Like to take the book example, the first draft, if I show you, I probably wouldn't want to show it anybody. It is so terrible. And it is like, but it is for you. So even when you're doing this perfectionist, is don't worry about, let's say, your program. I don't know what business you're in, Sudha. If you could share, then I could derive some context. Or what exactly is holding you back, that perfectionist? What work is it?
I can unmute and speak, right? Yeah. Yeah, mine is an e-commerce platform. Basically, it's an online business, and I'm an aggregator, and I'm completely into this healthy, organic, and natural products. So, being that there's a lot of back-to-back work that would be involved, but small steps, it gets enlarged because of this very reason that I feel that no, this needs to be a little bit more good. And typically, when it comes to lead generation and marketing point of view, from a personal experience till date, I'm just about a year old now, a little bit above 1 year. But then every time it requires something that I need to go by one step up, I'm held back because I feel that no, it's not yet ready to be really put or launched. Or really going about getting my customers. So that's the very reason why I feel that yes, as Rupa very well mentioned, yes, it is a recovering perfectionist. But even so, I still feel that I am too much on that angle. I'm still thinking that overthinking, though it's not going to work out anyways.
Okay, I'm going to ask you for a commitment. What one thing that you can commit for your work, whatever that you're doing, okay? And minimum commitment, I'm talking minimum commitment that you can do every day. There is no Sunday for this, no birthdays, no holidays, nothing. Okay, what would that be? Say for the next 30 days.
Well,
for related to whatever, like lead generation, anything that could be, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, start working on my posts, value posts. That's what I've been really lagging on.
That would
I'm
be
not really working on it at all.
Okay.
So
get it into, that is very in the broad. Come down to the minimum commitment. Exactly what will you commit to?
At least one or two, create them.
One or two, or two different choices.
Two.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's say we make it even simple. One.
Okay.
Almost, I say, make it so small, it is impossible to fail.
Okay.
Makes sense, impossible to fail. That means it's a no-brainer. You cannot fail this one post a day, right?
Right.
So, and then you go about doing it for 30 days. And you see where you are from today that you're speaking this to 30 days from now. You will see massive change. That perfectionist will be far behind you.
Get that.
Yeah. And then you amplify it, you scale it up.
Sure.
I'll share a story with you all. This is a client of mine, and she had come because she wanted to wake up early in the morning. Okay. And I said, why do you want to wake up? Why not just sleep through and wake up aram se types, And she said that she wants to wake up because she wants to do the dancing, and she wants to work out, exercise, yoga, and music, and art. It's been there on our bucket list for long. I said, that's too many reasons to wake up for. You have to pick one, right? They said, okay, then I'll wake up for music. I said, superb. Now we're going somewhere. What about music? He said, I want to sing and practice my violin. I said, that's again two things. Pick one. They said, okay, I'll practice violin. I said, okay, superb. Now we are getting started. What about violin? What will you do? I said, I'll just practice and she's part of my 90-day program where we achieve certain goals and milestones. She said, I will perform in a temple. I said, superb. Now we're talking. When will you perform? Pick some date. I can't remember. Let's say November 20th or something like that. Some weekend, which was convenient because she could go from her work and call her family. I said, okay, November 20th. When will you perform? She said, okay, I'll perform in the evening. I said, what time? 6 or 6? She said 6 and 6:30. I said, 6 or 6:30. She said, 6 o'clock I'll perform. Now it became real. Okay, it was not an abstract goal of music, of violin, I'll practice. No, we have a goal, and that is to play the violin in this temple in front of this audience at 6 p.m. on November 20th. Okay, now how to achieve it? That's the second part. Because when our goals are not clear, we cannot achieve it. So once we clarify our goals, then achieving it is important. Of course, that is also important, but that's the start point. Make it so clear that if you tell it to a stranger or maybe a sixth grader, they should be able to understand. It's not like you're reporting to them, but can they understand it? If you tell a sixth grader, you catch some sixth grader randomly and tell, hey, I'm going to be posting one post on the social media and explain it. If the sixth grader can't understand, then no, then it's not clear. Let me rephrase it whole thing again. Okay, so it should be so articulated well. That is when you got your goal clear. Okay, because otherwise it's all very in the air, all abstracty, not very. So what happens? Our bodies also will use that room to negotiate us out of it. It's a master negotiator. What I say, the outer voice, the body's voice, it will negotiate. It knows you inside out. It knows all your secrets. Nobody knows you better, and it'll just negotiate you out. Why do you want to wake up today? It's like nothing. It's okay. You had a party last night and just take it easy. Tomorrow is another day. But hey, we have to do this. I have to keep my one post. There is no way I'm going to break this. So this person, violin was going on. She would tell, and I would improve, take her performance to the next level. And she was also working with a violinist. I'm not a domain coach there in that sense. And she had a difficult to choose who she wanted to take up. So helped her with this decision making. She started practicing. And the goal was every day she has to practice. For how long? 1 minute, minimum. That's not what she achieved, but she would do more, but minimum is 1 minute. Right? And every day she would do. And one of the days, her violin string broke. Practice time. She messaged me saying that, Captain, violin string broke. I had not seen the message till evening. I saw the message and I called her up. I said, hey, what happened? The violin string broke. So I think it's gone for repair. In 2 days, I'll get it back. So then she said, I said, no, not done. Okay, this is a no, we don't have any zero here. Okay, find out, put a message in your community, find out who has got a violin, go to their house, borrow it for a minute, practice, give it back, come back. She found out that nobody in her community had. Somebody had it. There was about 3-4 kilometers from there, another community. I said, I don't know what you're going to do. I want you to go there and do it, practice there. So she took her vehicle, she went there, went to their house, borrowed it for a minute, practiced for 1 minute. She thought, why is this crazy woman coming here just like practice 1 minute? She said, no, I have to do this. Went back. She said, I've never went after anything like this in my life. I said, that is how you should be hungry. That's when you get success. Success is not going to be given on a platter. That is why I say will strength. You have to have that will strength for success. And she came back and that's when the penny dropped. She started to see massive changes because then she was somebody who was not going to give up. Okay, she can do that. She got the thing. And every time she would practice, any doubt she would call up, we would sort it out. And then she had a brilliant performance at the end. So the principle I'm going to bring, which has been a game changer for many people, many clients, what I call the no 0-day principle. Okay, this is a game changer. And this is something I came up through when I did my history exams without naming it back then like that. But I realized this was a very powerful technique. There is no birthdays when you practice this, no holidays, nothing. And there are many stories of people who are feeling low because they had that no zero day. They would wake up just to do it because they have to tell me that, okay, I cannot have a 0 day. And they said because of that, they would go on to have amazing days. They did this work and they said, okay, you know what? Anyway, I did this one post. Okay, I might as well do this. They did that. Okay, anyway, I did this. It's like the reverse, you talking the body back into working. Remember, if you're an elite performer, you're working for the Olympics, and I say give 10 push-ups and you give me 10 push-ups, you think it's over? No. After you finish 10, I'll say, give me one more. You'll give one more, I'll say, okay, now Captain is going to let me go. I said, no, give me one more. You think it's all over? Okay, give me two more. They say, what? But you just said 10, then 1, then 1, and 2. Yeah, give me one more. That's how you become elite performance.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Wow. My fingers were busy making notes, and I'm very sure that, for the rest of us, I speak for the rest of us. So how many of you were as busy as the rest of us in filling in and making notes? I certainly was. And Captain, you can see all these hands going up, and
Thank you so much.
I can't show you, so this is where my second screen is, and I was just busy taking notes. And I loved the story that you shared about your school going from 3 out of 100 marks in maths to securing a top spot. And there were so many takeaways. I loved the concept of getting 100% clear, the clarity, the hunger, the consistency, willpower for success, the no 0 day principles. There were so many takeaways, and the Heart Leaders group here is already aware of the idea of challenge, committing to something, because commitment to us, we hold it very, very, very dearly. And I think some of us, we are doing this, what we call it as a 24 hours challenge, wherein we announce to the group that this is one minimum thing, one small thing that we are going to do in the next 24 hours. And then we come back and report it saying, done. So this has been so fantastic. Hey, Gabor, you have come in, you just missed out on a lovely training, but you will get the recording of it. Thank you very much, Captain. Can we all please put our hands together, unmute yourself, let him hear the thundering applause for what he has given to us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Captain, if you can stay back, we will now begin our mastermind. And this is something that we all...
I hope I can take a photo of you all together.
I just want to say one thing.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Sir, your talk actually reminded me of this book. This book is called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy.
Okay.
So the core principle is exactly the same, like what of the 0 day. So, and then what he talks about in the end is the acceleration. So what happens is when you do this, the core concept is exactly the same thing, which is you do these things over and over again. Then what happens is compounding happens. And then what happens is it's a curve which is something like this, sir. It starts like this and then it actually shoots this way. So that's what is actually told in this book.
Super. Absolutely. I think the concept is there. It's just that I had broken it down to make sense to myself when I would do it, use it for me and people I would closely work with. And I found it was very easy to understand. And it made it clear that anytime you forgot, oh my God, no, this is a no 0 day. I cannot not do it. Right? And you would get back. Thank you so much, Manohar, for sharing those.
And thank you, Captain, for bringing this in. And as you correctly said, some of us are, very secretly aware of this. Like, I did not know about this principle. And yet, I was struggling with getting comfortable with videos. And one day I just realized that the only way I can get comfortable is be there on the videos. And then I just took up a self-imposed 90-day challenge. And I know Karuna has taken that challenge later. Then Virginie has not joined, but Virginie has taken that challenge as well. So every single day we decided to record one small video, however crappy that video is, but at the end of that challenge, we started becoming a lot more comfortable. So thank you very much for sharing the no 0 day principle. It totally makes sense. And yes, and thank you for reminding to take a photo. So anybody who wants to take a photo, please take a photo. Thank you, Gabor.
And there is a lot of things that I share in the book. It's called 3 Culprits, and it's available on Amazon. And also there is some work of mine on preethammadhukar.com, my name without any space.com. And you all could, get in touch with things for that. Yeah.
Yes, Preetham. So that is what I was about to ask. Although I will be sharing the links, but right now, if there is any specific link that you would like to share, because I know that this is a space where the reason why we bring in this guest expert is so that our VIP members get an access to them and start contacting them. So if there is any way, any one specific social media channel where you're
I've just shared my link. It's got my social media channels there.
Okay, let me do that. It is coming directly to me. Don't worry, I am sharing it with everyone. Done.
Thank you so much. And over there you have, how you could, my books, the social media where I post some content or anything else that you would like to. We have something called the Grit Club where we build people's grit. We developed a very program over the last 2 years, 21 day. And slowly and subtly to this no 0 day and many other techniques, we build people's will. And they've gone on to complete PhDs, open art galleries, write books, start businesses and everything using building their will strength.
Fabulous. Thank you very much. And if somebody has any question for you, follow-up question, what is the best way? What is the best way
with your counsel? Yeah.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Sorry, especially if they have anything for directly with their issues that I could probably give some guidance, I would be most happy.
Great. And how do they get in touch with you? Going to that website?
Going to that thing. Yeah. I'm saying here itself, if they like to also, I'm open. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. So those of you who would like to be in touch with Captain, and I would highly recommend because, and by the way, I would like to share with all of you that I just met him in person last week, right? And I just asked him because I was so mesmerized. I wanted to speak with him so much about his book, about his programs, about everything. And all I ended up doing over that breakfast meet with him was 1 hour of conversation just about his experience at the sea. Through the calm, through the storm, what were his leadership lessons? And I had so many questions. And even after an hour, I was like, okay, I have not even got started, Preetham. So Preetham, I would love to invite you again in one of my talk shows, and we will talk about it separately. But there is so much, the rich experience with which you come in. I am very sure that anybody who can get even 15 minutes with you, it will be their honor and privilege. And again, today, it was totally our honor and privilege to see you join us on the special edition Mastermind. And thank you so much for agreeing to join in, although it was such a short notice for you.
Yeah, thank you, Rupa, for inviting me. And it's really a pleasure to be here with your community and to speak to all these people who are on, their mission to succeed in whatever they have come here for and to be their highest selves. That's also my work. And thank you, everybody, for taking time and to listening patiently. And I hope there's something of value for each of you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Captain. All right, so can you please type into the chat box, what was your one key takeaway? Because you remember every time when we learn something. So one of the things that I personally have been following is focusing on what has whatever you're doing, whether you're reading a book, you're listening to a seminar, what was your one specific key takeaway? And the follow-up question to that, Manohar and others, is how are you going to take that knowledge and how are you going to implement that into your life? So Manohar, I love that your key takeaway is no zero day. What is that you're going to do to implement that in your life? So that would be a little gift that we can give to Captain Preetham. Every day is a zero day.
Yes, don't worry, we all have those days. And it's just that to become aware and recommit.
Perfect. Perfect. And I would also share my key takeaway here is there is so much, but I would say my key takeaway was also a reminder to dive in. I love the way, Captain, you told Sudha to dive in with a small step. And you and I, during our breakfast meet, you did talk about having faith. And I know this was not the part of today's discussion, it was part from the last discussion, but I have been carrying on with that key learning of mine, having faith. I know your time, is very specific, but can I please request you to share that little a real life scenario wherein, when you are on ship and when I asked, so this was a question when I asked you that, what do you do in time of despair, especially leaders, heart leaders here? We are all running our businesses. There's so much on our plates. And there are days and there are, sometimes you are in piece of, in part of adversities and you can't see any end. It feels as if it's going on and on and on. So how do you carry on? How do you not give up?
Yeah.
Because a part of your training today was willpower for success. So can you share that one little piece of advice before you go? I know I'm being greedy here.
Sure. Anyway, I enjoyed sharing these nuggets. And this is an old wisdom. And what I would do is in the sea, and this is what sea life in a way trained me after sailing for so long, that the good days and bad days come and go, right? And I would have people, there would be ships which are very good. We would have like a beautiful time, and ships which are very bad when we would have bad tenures. And within that ship also, we had good days and bad days. And sometimes my team would come up and they would say, hey, Captain, this is the beautiful ship, or this is like terrible ship. Terrible is the worst ship I've ever sailed. Problems after problems. This misery doesn't end. Storms also are coming. There is like total, like bad. And I would say, don't worry, it will pass. The storms would pass after a few days. All the repairs would get done. All the things that were leaking and broken down would get done. And suddenly life is back good. We are playing games. We are having sports. We are having, parties thrown, beautiful weather, like a sea is like the best you could sail. And they'll say, wow, this is the best ship. I don't think we'll ever have a better ship like this. And this is the best weather. And this, I would say it will pass, because that too will pass. So don't get to the high swings and the low swings. Both are going to pass, right? You keep the faith and keep moving. The same thing happened during COVID. My parents would call and they were a little worried. And I said, I don't know when, but it will pass. And this is at the peak. And they thought it's never going to end for years, right? But I knew it in the storm ends. No matter how bad it is, it ends. So it's like, can you hang on? Can you hang on to that railing when those sea waters are coming and they want to carry you overboard, probably never to come back, and you're holding on to dear life? You can't give up that. You're holding on to it, holding on to that railing. Because if you can hold on a little longer, the storm is going to recede. The waves are going to recede, and then it'll be great. You can walk again. But you think that, okay, it's not going to end. I'm going to leave the hand, let go. Okay, I'm going to get carried away. That's when you get drifted off. So you're going to get bad days in business, in life. But just remember, it's a storm. It will pass. You have to just hang in there, not do anything. And that's how you live up. And then good days, enjoy, prepare. You say prepare in good times. It's like that you prepare for the storm, because it is coming. And when storm comes, know that, okay, it's going to end also.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And Captain, I can never get enough of your stories from the sea. And I know the heart leaders here will not get enough of it. We can't stop, but we have to respect your time and the time of others. But thank you so very much for sharing. And group, can you please share one word? How are you feeling, your emotion? In one word, in chat box, can you just type into the chat box the one word or one message that you would like to give to Captain here before he goes? Enlightened.
Thank
Nimi.
you, Nimi.
Nimi is from
Thank you,
South
Karuna.
Africa. Karuna.
Thank you.
Thank you for the No Zero Day.
Welcome, Manohar. Glad to.
And Manohar is also a writer here, and he's a sleep coach. So that's why I was tagging him when I was talking about my sleep inconsistencies.
Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Once again, let
Thank
us give
you.
him a round of applause. And thank you very much, Captain.
Thank you. Thank you for everything. And I'll see you too. And hope you all have a great mastermind session. And I'll take your leave now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.